One of the biggest mistakes I always tell people I made in our cloud transition was I assumed IT would be behind me and I would have to convince the rest of the organization. It was the exact opposite.
Exact opposite.
We made so many mistakes there. We didn't put the career paths in place to move them from, on-prem. You have to move their career paths from on-prem to cloud. What other things you think are missed in the transition?
Well, and I think that technology, when you think of the legs of the stool, right? I always talk about the three legs of the stool. You have technology is one, then you have culture, and then you have process. And so you hit the culture piece there when you talked about you've got to educate people on what it means to them personally, because we're all inherently selfish creatures of what is this going to do for me in my position. So thinking about how their role is going to change, because if you just try to adopt things and do things the way you've always done them, you're not going to succeed. So being able to go from, let's say your call center product is on-prem and you have to be at a physical phone, being able to then go and allow people to work from home or to be able to flex, like you talked about, that agility is huge. When you are in the cloud, you have this ability to flex up and to flex down, which is both are very important, especially some people are really seasonal. We sit here in Florida. There's oftentimes in the winter, you have a much heavier load than when you have the summer and folks go back to their houses that are in the north part of the country. So you need to be able to flex up and flex down. You need to look at your procedures and your processes that you're putting together in order to accomplish that, as well as your work staff. Do you have folks that are seasonal, or do you have folks that are more permanent fixtures in your organization? And I think thinking about all of those different things, as well as flows of how calls come in and where they're routed and all of those different aspects. That's just one example of something you could do differently if you're cloud-based versus if you're on-prem.